it's not enough to just shut up. There's a lot of people who are quiet, but you can clearly see that their minds are troubled. They are grumpy, they are attached to negative stories, they have resentment for the past, and they're holding on to a lot of mind concepts, a lot of struggle. It's also not enough to just say that I will stop talking. Whenever you're like in distress or you're experiencing unconsciousness, just saying I will just stop talking, I will be quiet. Well, if the talk continues inside your mind, nothing has really changed. All that you achieve by creating space, by creating silence, is that you get a chance to become aware of the voice inside your head, of the self-talk. But even that is not enough to become present. To become present is this internal switch you have to realize. And the mind can keep going. The pace of the mind does not matter. It's your attachment to it. You can have all sorts of thoughts. You can have negative thoughts, positive thoughts. But in presence, in this state of being unidentified, none of it latches onto you. None of it becomes you. You don't become any of it. So rather than being in this reactive state where negative thoughts or negative words make you go, oh no, and you're like all this expressiveness going on as a reflection of you being attached. No, none of this is going on when you are in this unattached state. Now, something that really helps in finding this space, or we could also call it this inner peace, is surrendering to the circumstances. A part of you has to want to get to this state. Once you become familiar, once you've tried it a couple of times, you know what it is, you have a taste for it, and you want more. That's good. Now you've probably now you have a desire to be in that state more often, hopefully on a daily basis. And if you attach it to some worthwhile goal that depends on you being present, again, like rock climbing with no safety gear, then you will be forced to desire getting there every single day. So now the intention is taken care of. The want is now taken care of. Now the second part of it is surrendering. Once you build up that desire that you really want to get there, and it has to happen sooner rather than later, the second step is now to just let go of it. It's this very peculiar formula. You have to want it, but you also have to let go of it. And once you achieve both, you go through this cycle of really wanting to get there and then saying, okay, maybe it's not going to get there. Maybe we're not going to become at peace today. That's when it clicks, that's when you release that tension, right? Because what happens when you surrender is you let go of some of your blind spots when it comes to identification. So you might have the basic identifications covered, meaning like, okay, you know that you're not the angry voice inside your head, you know that you're not the reactivity. You know that you're not your past. You know that you are not your past regrets, right? But then, do you also know that you are not the version of yourself that you expect to become in your immediate future? And you know, there can be many such hidden identities, but they always have to do with either the future or the past. And the future does not mean something that is going to happen next week or in 10 years. The future is, what are the next 15 minutes of your life going to look like? Do you have an expectation for what's going to happen? Or even 15 seconds. Maybe you expect to, I don't know, go to the bathroom within 15 seconds. Well, that is already an identification to the future outcome. And you cannot do both. You cannot both be identified to the future and to the present.